Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we got the 2-for-1 special, not the double meat special, not that type of special. What we have today is actually two separate "this is not a crime" cases, and actually, let me correct that statement. One of them is not a crime, but the other one is certainly a crime. Like, when I saw this picture, I was in disbelief. But that's enough for now. We'll save the best for last. So let's go ahead and start with the first case. Little Miss Twisted, married female teacher 27, arranged birthday sex with her male pupil 16 after Bible school. So, as you can see, apparently we are dealing with a Bible school teacher. This is a new one. We've looked at a lot of these cases over the years, and I don't believe we have ever experienced a Bible school teacher before, and I gotta say, I'm very disappointed. As a woman of God, I would expect much better behavior. This young man came to you to learn about the Lord. He came to you to open up the Bible, but instead, he opened up your legs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm disgusted with this behavior. I cannot believe you would do such a thing. A married teacher leading a double life was today jailed for having birthday sex with a 16-year-old after Bible school. Okay, so apparently it was his birthday, and I guess at Bible school, whenever it's your birthday, your present is to get some ass, apparently. I must have been going to the wrong school growing up. When I was in school, if it was your birthday, you got a piece of candy from the teacher. Maybe the class would sing happy birthday to you, and you don't even want them to do that in the first place. But apparently, not all schools follow the same guidelines. I mean, this young man came to Bible school on his birthday. He chose to spend his birthday learning about Jesus, and instead of supplying him with this knowledge that he desired, you supplied him with some ass. Alright, like, this ain't adding up. But as always, it is now time for the most important part of the case. I'm assuming everyone here knows what that is, but of course, I'm referring to the visual evidence, the most important part of any case. So there were quite a few pictures included in the article. I will put them up on the screen now, and I'll give you guys a second to assess the evidence and come to your conclusion. But after reviewing all of the visual evidence, I think I can pretty safely say that this is not a crime. She looking pretty good, especially for a teacher, but of course, I mean, you guys are welcome to make your own judgments, but let's go ahead and continue with the details of the case. Emily Loafing, 27, was handed 90 days in prison by a Nebraska judge who described her as a predator. Honestly, 90 days in prison doesn't seem too bad. I think that's a pretty light sentence for these type of crimes. I mean, just imagine if the roles were reversed and we had a male teacher. Do you think he would be getting 90 days? Fuck no. Just another example of how these females live in life on recruit difficulty, man. Judge John Steinheider said, "You send kids to school, to daycare, to Bible school, and you expect them to be treated with respect." Oh, this young man was treated with respect. And be in safe places, and you took that away from at least the victim in this instance. Yes, what a poor victim we have here. But actually, I think I might have to agree with Judge John over here. This young man was sent to a safe space of Bible school to learn about God, and instead he was assaulted by this woman. School was meant to be a safe space for this young boy, but instead it was the most dangerous place of all, with predators like Miss Emily loafing, walking around. The streets are not safe. So anyways, I think that pretty much wraps up case number 1. We've seen all the details, we've seen all the visual evidence, and I think in conclusion, once again, I'm gonna have to say that this is not a crime. Now, on to case number 2, the most important case. I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes trying to figure out how to best present you with this evidence. And I think the best way to do this is to give you guys all of the details of the case first. Then we can move on to the visual evidence because that's where we really break the case wide open. So let's go ahead and get it started. Jail for music teacher 54 who blames male student 17 for tricking her into having sex like a used car salesman. Okay, so 2 things I want us to take away from that title is, number 1, the music teacher in question here is apparently 54 years old, man. Like, so you already know she gonna be looking rough. I'm not saying it's impossible to find a good looking 54-year-old woman, but I'd say it's pretty rare. So it's pretty safe to assume just from the age alone that we might be dealing with a wildebeest situation. Now, the second thing I want to point out is apparently the teacher is trying to claim that the student tricked her into having sex with him. Now, is it just me, or does that not make any sense at all? Like, how do you trick someone into having sex with you? Like, especially a 54-year-old woman, how does she get tricked? Like, what does that even mean exactly? Like, for example, the dude just pulled out his meat, put it in a hot dog bun, is like, hey, you know, you hungry? You want to taste this hot dog? And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, psych, that's my dick. Tricked you. Haha, funny. Get pranked. It's a prank, bro. Like, I honestly don't understand what she means by tricked. And I read the rest of the article to see if we get any further details of how this guy pulled off this sneaky maneuver. And this is the only thing I could find. Therese Gunn. Her name's fucking Therese. You just know she old as shit. The 54-year-old former teacher at South Gwinnett High School told the court that she was sorry, but that the student was like a used car salesman, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. So once again, I don't know what exactly it means to be like a used car salesman. Does that just mean like he was very convincing or something like that? Either way, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think that counts as him tricking you. Like, I don't see the correlation there. And I gotta be honest with you again, I've seen your picture, and if anyone in this situation got tricked, it was probably the student, not you. But now it's time for the moment of truth. It is time to examine the visual evidence. So this right here is the wildebeest in question. And as you can see, man, it's not looking good. This shit ain't adding up. This is a crime. You know, I'm not really a big believer in the idea that men can be raped by women. It's just not something that happens very often. Like, just biologically and like physically, it just doesn't really happen. It's almost impossible for it to happen. But I honestly feel like in this situation, this kid might have been raped. Like, that's the only explanation I could come up with. I mean, seriously, look at the picture, man. You're telling me this dude saw that and was like, damn, I gotta get me some of that. Let me figure out a way to trick her. Like, I don't think so, man. I mean, I'm not gay, no homo, but I'd rather put a wiener in my mouth than get down with this wildebeest, right? I'm just, like, no homo. I'm just saying, dude, like, I might just rather prefer a wiener. Like, I just don't understand how this would even... I'd really rather just jerk off or something. Like, just anything, really, than this would be a better option. Like, I'm good, man. I'm gonna have to pass. She must be teaching at a school for the blind or something. Like, maybe the kid was blind or mentally retarded or something. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. All I know is that this shit is not adding up, and I think there's a pretty good possibility that she might have, like, raped this kid or something. I don't know, man. So, with that being said, I think we're all on the same page here. I think we can all agree that this one right here, this is a crime, most definitely. So with that being said, thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.